another episode of Jay's Adventures. Alright, today we've got a lot of work to do. I haven't done any work since the last episode, but fear not. Last episode was kind of a talking episode, so there... Ooh, sorry about that. There are a lot of things we need to do. Starting off with this guy right here, I want to line this up a little bit. So one of the things I'm going to do is cut right here, and we're going to go get an axe. How you guys doing today? I know I'm jumping right into it. I hope you guys don't mind, but I've got a lot of things I want to talk about that have been on my mind. Starting off with one thing, starting in the new year, a lot of people have been asking for shoutouts. And I don't normally do this. But I'm going to make a shout-out video, completely and totally separate from this video, of a shout-out video, and I'm going to give a shout-out. And basically the way this is going to work is every once in a while I'm going to do a shout-out video to sort of appease those of you who are begging me for shout-outs. I'm going to do it, but here's the deal. Those of you that have already asked for shoutouts, you're kind of grandfathered in. But which grandfathered in means that you don't have to worry about this next part. However, those of people that want shoutouts that haven't asked for one yet, you're gonna have to follow me on Twitter. Because it is considered, and I've talked about this before, it is considered spam for you to say on the YouTubes to me, we're going to need some cobblestone, for you to say to me, Jay, can you give me a shout out? Can you give me a shout out? Can you give me a shout out? And normally I would use it for YouTube messages, but you know what? I want something out of the deal, so you're going to have to follow me on Twitter. Now, if you want to be a jerk, you can unfollow me from Twitter. Unfollow me on Twitter as soon as you get the shout out. But, you know, it'd just be courteous for you to continue to be following me on Twitter, and you'll get a bunch of updates and all that stuff. Second portion of probably a pretty big question that people are going to have is, well, Jay, I don't have a Twitter, and my parents won't let me get a Twitter, or something like that. Well, quite frankly, if you don't have a Twitter, or some sort of way to get into the social media, and you don't want to get into the social media, and or you feel like it's not important, you are definitely wrong. And furthermore, I would even say if you want a successful YouTube channel, you are gonna have to get a Twitter, and a Facebook fan page, and like all that stuff. Like, get that done. Don't wait around for it. Something seems off. I think it's off by 1. Don't wait around to get a Facebook or Twitter. Get it done as soon as possible, and then you can get your shout out. Now, I will not give shout outs twice, so if you've already asked for a shout out and I've given you one, I'm not going to give you one again. Also, I really would like you guys to be polite about it. So, you know, in the past, I've really had a lot of trouble with this because I don't like giving shout outs. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like giving shout-outs. I've talked about it before. I'll say it again. Shout-outs from me mean absolutely positively nothing. And I'm going to tell you why. Because of the people that watch my content, few, very few, are going to actually watch your content. And, I mean, yes, I have 256 subscribers, or 258, something like that. But just so you know, 258 subscribers are not going to subscribe to you. You are going to get maybe if you're lucky, 1, possibly 2 subscribers out of the whole deal. And I just don't want you guys to have false expectations and think, oh, I'm going to get this shout out from this guy, and I'm going to all of a sudden be famous, and like all this stuff, and it's really going to boost my channel. It's not going to, I promise you. Right now, I'm not going to say too much how or whatever. I have connections to MC Gamer. Okay, I don't know him personally, but I have a connection where pulling the right strings, maybe, just maybe, I could get MC Gamer to give me a shout out. I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. Let's say that that happened. Do you think all of a sudden I'd have 100,000 subscribers? No. Maybe, if I'm lucky, I would get 200 subscribers. Not 200,000, not 2,000, 200. So why is that? Because people that like MC may not like me. They may not like my content. And certainly I'm not into Zelda, so that kind of kills it right there. And a lot of those subscribers that he has don't even watch his stuff. So I'm just trying to bring reality to those of you that want shoutouts. Is going to be sort of like you're gonna have to realize that it's not that great of a deal. Having said that, I know a lot of you guys that want shoutouts and all that stuff, so I'm going to do it for you. It's going to be on a separate video because I really don't want to muddy this up with a bunch of shoutouts and make it sort of a production value. So for those of you guys that are looking for new Let's Plays, make sure to check out the shoutouts video and check those out, which brings up another point, and then I'm going to stop talking about this and move on. I am not going to give shoutouts to anybody that does not do Minecraft on their channel. Okay? So if you have, and that's, I know that's from earlier, that's nothing like crazy special. If you are saying right now, oh, I've got a Call of Duty channel, I really want us to promote that, he'll give me a shout out. Nope, not gonna. Or if you're gonna say, okay, well, I've got a live channel and I want Jay to give me a shout out for all my skits, I'm not gonna do that either. If you are playing Minecraft, I will give you a shout out. But other than that, there's really no other rules. You can be whatever age. You can be filming on your potato. I don't care. But you guys have been asking for it, and I really, really care about you guys a lot. And for the most part, I would love to support those of you that are trying to do Let's Plays. Although I really want to give you guys a reality check. I'm not trying to be a jerk about these shoutouts. I'm just trying to give you guys a reality check and let you guys know this shoutout video is not going to give you a lot of views, and it's not going to help your channel that much. So, having said that, I will quit talking about it and move on to another subject. I got recently my root beer maker. Yes, so I'm making root beer now, and I'm not going to sell anything just yet, but it would be cool if I can actually get like a really nice batch and learn a lot about it to start making some root beer. And I might make some videos on this channel about it if you guys are interested in seeing what I do with the different beers and all that stuff. Root beers, non-alcoholic, all that good stuff. So, and in the event that it turns out to be really good, I may or may not get some sort of license or something like that to start selling it. Once again, not a license for selling alcohol. You do need licenses to sell things, I think, like that. Just so you know, I've been interested in brewing my own root beer for a while. It's not that hard, actually. I put a little bit too much yeast, a lot bit too much yeast, so this batch may be a little bit alcoholic, which was totally unintentional. But hopefully it'll be good. I haven't ever tasted it yet, and it sort of its own, like, make your own root beer type packet thing. So it's not like, it's a very different process than you'd think, because you have your carbonated root beer that has carbonated water. Well, this is made with yeast, and the yeast makes the bubbles in this, so it's going to make a lot less bubbles, and it's going to be much more creamy, which will of course be a lot tastier, hopefully, is the idea. And I put my vanilla in there. I'm going to have to get what I'm trying to do with the whole thing is I'm trying very hard to make a completely organic root beer, and basically what I'm going to try and do if I can is grow all of the roots that you use to make the root beer, and all of the different stuff I need to get clove and star anise, and I want to get some vanilla. I need to age that. Sassafras root, burdock root, just a whole bunch of different stuff that is not easy to grow on your own. But like I said, if I can grow it on my own, then that will really make controlling the way it tastes and controlling the way everything is a lot easier. Hey, guy. And, you know, I don't know if you guys know about it or really follow. Ooh, wow. That's a really good bow. Holy cow. I wish I could repair it. Dang. I think I can if I make another bow. I might be able to. Anyways. Yeah, so the sassafras root, all that stuff. If I grow those on my own, I'll be able to control things a lot better. And the idea is that you'll be able to... I can control the way they dry. I can control all sorts of stuff. And then hopefully, like I said, I can start selling it via word of mouth. I'm not going to like advertise it as like Jay's root beer or something like that. Oh, no, I want to make stairs. That's what I want to do. I want to finish up that staircase over on the side there. So yeah, if any of you guys are interested, by that time, it's gonna be years from now. I'll probably one of those Minecons, assuming and hopefully this will be true. That Minecon and Minecraft and this channel and all that stuff is still around. One of the Minecons, I might bring it and give it away to you guys, or I might just for a contest give it away. Just because it would be the problem with a lot of this stuff and a lot of the whole making and selling it is if somebody gets sick, I will get into a lot of trouble, because for one, the people can sue me, and for two, if for whatever reason I'm at fault, then I am at fault. And that would really stink, and I probably wouldn't be able to make root beer anymore and all this crazy stuff. Well, I could make root beer for myself, but probably wouldn't be able to sell it without a bad reputation. So when did this go away? But holy crap, we are growing a lot of... Wow! Oh. Oh, I must have... hit it when I went through the wall. Alright, so let's take one last look at our staircase from afar. See how it looks. See if it looks nice. I think it will. But all this stuff has really made me... I've been sort of interested in ecology and growing things and all that stuff all my life, but really, as of late, been trying to figure out sort of a niche, I guess. And, oh yeah, much better, much more symmetrical too, and I think that'll work. I need to balance out this and this, because I know these two ones are off, so there's going to be just a hair more of this right here than on this side, and I got to recount it all and all that stuff, so... Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to actually be recording another episode just after this, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, happy mining and crafting.